Okay, so guys, let's get started. Thank you very much for staying and until after the break to listen once again to my beautiful voice. Student-led warm-up activities gone wrong. So I wonder, how many of you guys use warm-up activities? Most people? Okay, so today I'm going to try to do some activities with you guys, and somehow I cannot see your faces. Let's see. Last time I was able to see your faces. Okay, so anyway, so the theme for your wonderful conference is hands-on. So let's try to do something hands-on. So I'll just show you some short warm-up activities. The person on the group that's on the top left with the red outfits, they are a famous a cappella group. Does anyone know the name of this group?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, the name of this group is, I just forgot their name.
Nobody knows.
No, it's just on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I'll get back to it in a second. The one on the right, the photo on the right, you see two people there. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
The two people on the sofa.
No.
Sorry, it's kind of small.
It's too small?
I
Okay,
can't seem to.
let's see.
It's not a presentation mode. So.
It's not in presentation mode. Okay, let's see. Can you see it better now?
Is one of them you?
Yes, yes, both of them are me, yes. And then the person on the bottom right, who, do you know this person's name?
Is that
Katy
also
Perry.
you?
No.
Katy Perry.
No,
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, yes. And the bottom, on the bottom left is Rie.
Rie.
And this is what I was referring to you guys earlier, showing students Japanese people speaking English. So if you don't know Rie, I suggest you go to YouTube and you try and Google her, Rie the chef, make it fancy. So it's really, really good website to introduce students to cooking. Anyway, pentatonics. Top left is pentatonics.
Hey,
Yes.
not pretender. Oh, sorry.
Yes, pentatonics is the top left. So
Yeah.
this is one warm-up activity I do with my students. I prepare 4 photos and then I ask the class, okay, who is this, or what icon, or what landmark is this, or what animal is this, something that's a little bit obscure or interesting or funky. So that's just level 1. Okay, so level 2, next activity. I am gonna stop sharing in a moment and I'm gonna ask you guys to prepare a piece of paper like this, okay? And you're gonna write something on the paper. So you need a small piece of paper. So you can see all of the people there, they wrote like coffee H2 or something like this. So you just need a white piece of paper and then you're gonna write, it's gonna be kind of tricky now, but I'll just ask you to write it. Okay, so I'm going to give you the hints, some hints. And then please write the word that you imagine. Oh, actually, can you type? No, it has to be at the same time. Yeah, just write it on a piece of paper. Okay, this is an island in the Caribbean. What island do you imagine? There are many islands in the Caribbean. This island is half Dutch, half French. So when you think of the Caribbean, it's between North America and South America. And this island is very famous. The most famous beach is called Maho Beach. And many Japanese people go to Maho Beach, and to take photos of the airplanes landing. And this island, Philipsburg, is the capital on the Dutch side, and Marigot is the capital on the French side. And it's property of Holland and property of France. They both share an island, share this island. And Donald Trump, last hint, Donald Trump has a house on this island. Does anyone know the name of this island?
Curaçao.
I do.
Curaçao.
Curacao, close. It's a Dutch-speaking island. It's
Yes.
smaller than Curacao.
I cheated. Is that okay?
Yeah, can you take
No,
a-
no, no. I Googled it. Sorry.
Googled
So-
But that's fine. So technically, I would have you guys write it. All the students would write the answer and then they would show it. But because we have this screen background, it's difficult to see it. So can you guys put it in the chat? But to save time, Madoko, what answer did you get?
Saint Martin.
Yes, St. Martin. So if you Google Philipsburg, St. Martin, you can find Cannegieter Street. So my name is Delano Cannegieter. So my grandfather was a judge. So we have a street named after my grandfather. So this is another warm-up activity that I do with my students. Of course, it's more simple things. I'll do a simple one next. Okay, in this next activity, you guys have to find something around you that is the color green. Can you look around? You have 30 seconds. Please find something that's green. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, very good. The edge of the flower, very good. And the bottle, very good. And what else? What other colors? Items, okay. Clear file, pen, very nice. In the part of Okinawa, excellent. You are all wonderful students, I love you. Okay, so I have like a green bag and this is a smoothie, but maybe it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see. So I have many items here that are green. So this is another warm-up activity that I do in order to test students' listening ability and also to get them up and moving. So sometimes at the beginning of class, this week I do find color, something green or red. The next week, find something that smells great. And next week, find something that smells bad. I just took off my shoe, for example. So I sometimes do crazy activities and students get a kick out of it. It's just in an initial 5 minutes of class. And let me go back to sharing the screen now. Okay, can you guys see the screen all right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So now, and then I reverse it. Then I break the students into groups, and then the students, after the first, second, and third week, I do the warm-up activities, and then I group the students into teams of maybe 3 or 4 students. And this is one activity that the students came up with. And I want to do this with you guys. And person A, the aim is to get to 21. It's similar to that card game. And the aim is to avoid being number 21. 21 means you get kicked out of the activity. So person A is me. So maybe I would say 1, 2. Then person B would say 3, 4, 5. Person C would say 6, for example. So the idea is that you have to count up to 21, but you can only say up to 3 numbers. And you cannot say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 20. You cannot do that. You can, the max number of numbers you can say is up to 3. So if the person before you said 3, 4, 5. You cannot say 6, 7, 8. So it has to be 1 less or 2 more. Okay, so this was one activity that was done, that was introduced to me by my students a couple months ago. So I'd like to try this with you guys. So if you guys switch your gallery to gallery view, and I'm A, so I'll start, and then B is Ross, and then so we just continue, and then we'll see who'll hit 21. Okay, can you guys got it? Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2.
3, 4, 5.
6.
7, 8.
9.
Margaret, you're muted.
10, sorry, 10, 11.
Am I supposed to keep
Yes,
track
G.
of these numbers? I can't
Yes.
say the same numbers again, right?
No, you have to continue.
Something up.
13, 14, 15.
What was the last number?
11.
11.
Le-
So G, George.
13, 14, 15.
We can skip 12.
Yeah, let's imagine he's a student and he skips 12. Okay.
Oh, you're not allowed to skip numbers?
You cannot skip numbers.
Oh, okay. So 12, 13. I'll stop there.
13.
14, 15, 16.
17, 18. Do I keep going?
If you want.
I think I'm the last person.
Yeah. So you said
20.
18 was the last number?
Oh, 17, 18, 19.
20.
20.53.
But you land on 20. You land on 21. So
Wait, but you only had one number. Can I repeat the one
I only
number?
had one number. So technically I should have gone to 20 and then you would have been stuck on 21. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of cheated that way. But anyway, so that is one way how you can practice for students to listen to each other and to pay attention to what other students are saying. And also practice numbers. And for the higher level students, like next week, we would do 2, 4, 6. We would do odd, even numbers, and then odd numbers. And you can then, more advanced classes, third week, you could have it in reverse, from 21 going down to 1. So that's another variation. So let me go back. Okay, so let's see. And this is one activity again where students have to get a hat or get sunglasses or put on a certain color clothes. So it's quite interactive. So this is how I get my students to be in charge of a 5 to 10 minute warm-up activity. You can see Sayaka, Shunya, Toko, Wataru. So the students at the beginning of the class, they have 5 minutes to get ready, and all of the other students in the other groups, they have a little bit practice or review time for their preparation for the next week's warm-up activity. So this is a kind of outline of when I'm doing my classes. So of course we have the regular textbook to go through and then the homework stuff. And so what I suggest is for me, I try to make my classes more student-centered with me doing less of the talking. So I give my students control of the first 10 minutes of class. So for example, week 4, Sai, Mari, Akihito, Kim, they're in charge of the warm-up activity. And then week 5, Mai, Gio, Junichi, Kosuke, they're in charge of the warm-up activity. So 5 to 10 minute warm-up activity, and so forth and so on. And it's not graded. And when students get get into groups. There are basically a couple positions or jobs: the MC, BGM, DJ, tech support, scorekeeper, timekeeper, MC number 2, mood maker. So mood maker is, calling on the students for answers, clapping, using the icon, emoji, and energy. So the script for students, some students are very shy and they don't know how to organize the activity. Hey guys, this is a kind of general script. Hey guys, do you know blah, blah, blah game? This game is connected to unit blah, blah, blah in the textbook. In this game, you will have to move your body. Please watch our demonstration first. And then they just do the demonstration, like find something green, for example, or whatever. Roadmap to success. In order for this to be successful in your class, warning number 1, make sure that the students in the group have each other's contact information, line or some email or something like that, so they can plan outside of class. Make sure that they have enough planning time, 2 or 3 weeks out in the future. Number 3, enough examples from the teacher. So don't just start immediately on day 2. You need to give them some examples from your end. Explain by demonstration. Some students want to explain the activity in Japanese, but it's an English class, so I try to encourage them to use English. And if they cannot, just do it by demonstration. And I try to, point number 4, I try to remind them to keep it student-centered. A lot of students do the opposite style. They ask a question and then the whole audience is waiting. All of the people in the class are just waiting. No one wants to give the wrong answer, so they're just waiting. But what we did in the first activity is I gave you hints about the island in the Caribbean, and all of you showed the paper, Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas. There are many islands in the Caribbean, so everyone was actively writing. And then finding something green, everyone was active, everyone had to do it. So I try to remind students to continue to try to keep everyone active or involved. And at the BGM, there's one person in the group who has BGM music like this. So I try to remind students, no lyrics, and make sure you choose a video that doesn't have any commercials, so it's not interfering with what you have to say. Be careful of the volume, etc., etc. So when you have groups of students, some students panic because they don't know any good games. So I tell them to go to Google or go to YouTube and you type in icebreakers or online warm-up activities or canned games to play on Zoom. And then they can pick up a game from internet, from Zoom, from YouTube or from Google. And of course, maybe many of you know Kahoot. So some students also use Kahoot. So this has worked also very well. And you can see Kasumi, Yutaka, the students make the questions or provide the photos. And then the students use their smartphone to click on the correct answer. So that's all that I have for you now. So I'd like to encourage you all to continue to use warm-ups in your classes, but maybe try putting the ball in the students in their court so that they have more control. That's all. Thank you very much. Any comments, questions?